Welcome to the sports takeover of the digital news desk. Let's throw some graphics at you. Oh, there they are. Now you know who we
Just
are.
in case
I'm
you
Dave.
forgot,
He's
yeah.
Joey. Oh, you want to talk about Shakespeare? Some Romeo? Romeo Dobbs?
Romeo Dobbs. He finally spoke today. He's been at practice
finally, yeah.
all week and finally blessed us with a few answers. And he said that his absence last week, obviously skipped a couple of practices and was then suspended for that game Sunday in LA. He said it was not related to his role within the offense, as previously reported by Cover 2 contributor Bill Huber.
Then what was it about?
Well, he didn't really clear that up for us. So I guess it's still a mystery for us.
Was it a beautiful mystery?
That's one way to
That's
describe
an
it.
Aaron Rodgers quote from a few years ago.
Before my time, but yeah, he didn't really clarify a whole lot. He did say that he's okay and his family's okay and all that sort of stuff. So it didn't seem like there was anything off the field really that kept him. So the question remains: what was it? Could it have been what it was first reported? Seems that way, but we don't know for sure, I guess.
I believe Matt Schneidman asked him an interesting question. Could you explain to our viewers how that
Which one
transpired?
was it? There's too much. So
he just
refresh my memory.
debriefed me. Joey was in the locker room. I was getting ready for the high school football show tonight at 10. But basically, as you told me, Romeo was asked, does he need to prove anything to his team or do any reconciling? And
No
he
comment.
Paused
No
for a long
comment,
time.
yeah.
Had no comment on that topic.
Did say it was a great question. He gave Schneidman the credit for that,
Great.
but didn't have an answer really for him. But I know you said the other day there was a lengthy breakdown with the wide receiver group where he did say today that
In
he
practice.
had addressed the team and explained whatever, which LaFleur hadn't answered that question. I don't think anyone had really said whether or not Dobbs had addressed the team, but Dobbs today said that he did.
A lot of declining to answer going on with the
There
team
was a lot
on
of
this
that.
situation.
That's
which
why when you
I
asked me
understand.
what did he say
we
to
have to
Schneidman?
ask. It's probably in their
Yeah.
best interest not to answer.
A good majority of the questions thrown his way were answered by no comment or I'd rather not answer, and then just saying he's happy to be back and that everything's okay and all that. So good news on that front at least, but didn't clear much up. So
That said, we were about to discuss it in the office. I said, save it for the digital news desk. Do you think he gets more or less targets, yards, touchdowns this week?
I think the tiebreaker here is his relationship with Jordan Love, and for that I'm going to say more because him and Love's relationship is known to be very strong. Yeah, exactly.
That's what he did after that game-winning touchdown against the Saints last year.
And maybe this has strained it in some way. Love didn't really lean one way or the other when he talked the other day. But given their strong relationship, I'm going to say they go up. Love's looking out for his guy. But what do you think?
I'm going to set some over-unders. I'm going to let you answer.
All right, let's do it.
Over-under catches 5.
I'm going to go over.
Okay.
I think I'm interested. But
I
give
agree
me a few
with
more.
you. Over-under yards 75. He's only had like
That's a little
one
tougher
100-yard
one.
game, I think, so 75 is a lot.
That's a high number. Let's say it depends on the game too. If we're talking high-scoring game, they're throwing the ball a lot. These numbers go up too. So I'll go over because I think we're going to have a barn burner.
Yeah, I'm trying to come up with my prediction for the 4:30 show. The Packers have scored 29 points twice this year, yet lost.
Right.
So just bear that in mind with the types of games and the scores we might expect.
Yeah.
And Kyler Murray, they beat the 49ers. They didn't need 30 to do it.
No.
And they had in the middle teens the 2 weeks prior. So it might be lower.
Give me a touchdown for Dobbs on Sunday too.
One.
Okay,
0.5 over under.
Yeah, he'll get one.
First time this year.
And it'll be a strange.
For him would be.
The reception at Lambeau for that will be interesting to watch.
Oh,
too,
I think they'll love him.
Right? You think open arms? He scored. Woohoo! Let's go.
Oh,
go
yeah.
Pack. Yeah. I would think so, but I wonder if there'll be a few fans out there going, this guy skipped out on us, but we'll see.
Injury report. I mean, this is not an injury. Normally we're breaking down Jordan's knee or this or that or Watson's ankle. How are things looking for Jair and for Christian Watson specifically?
Jair we talked to briefly before Dobbs began talking, and then that obviously got the attention. But he said he feels ready to go for Sunday, hopefully. He's officially listed as questionable, so we'll see. He's been known in the past to look like he's ready to go and then not. So
that happened last year a lot before his suspension later in the year.
So you can't mark that one down in pen quite yet. Watson questionable as well, so you could have a full receiving quarterback for the Packers.
Watson was practicing for the first time Wednesday, just 10 days after that gruesome ankle injury in the last home game against the Vikings. And he said on Wednesday, I fully am planning and preparing to play.
It's crazy.
I hope he can. That would be really cool. A quick recovery for him. The Packers starting 2 straight home games right now. The NFC, as bad as things have been at time this year with Jordan's knee, Christian's ankle, Romeo's issues, the Packers are just sitting behind a couple teams in terms of wins. Yes, they're behind in the tiebreaker for a ton of teams right now at 3-2. but it's there for the taking, and there's a lot of really tough games for teams coming up. Like the Niners got Seattle last night, but they got the Chiefs next week, and we were going through, they have like 6 straight amazingly tough games coming up. Next week, you're going to have the Vikings off their bye facing the Lions. A lot of these teams are going to start facing each other. Can the Packers take care of their business at home? It starts Sunday, noon game against the Cardinals. And meep, the Roadrunner, Kyler Murray. Thanks for joining us on the Sports Digital News Desk Takeover this Friday. Join us tonight for Operation Football at 10 o'clock.